So in this video, I thought I'd describe and tell how the SMILER crash actually. So the SMILER crash occurred on June 2nd, 2015, where two trains collided full speed. The trains collided from an engineering point of view error, and I'll explain why. So on the day of the SMILER crash, the winds were above 50 miles per hour. In the policy for the SMILER, they cannot run the ride if the wind levels are above 30 miles per hour. To ensure a safe ride, the engineers went out and checked the track, and while the engineers were out, Alton Towers, the SMILER staff, decided it would be a good idea to add a fifth train to the track without the engineers knowing. They filled the train up with dummies and sent it around, and on the first loop of the SMILER, it rolled back as it couldn't make it because there was not enough momentum for it to go around. It took 2 minutes for the train to come to a complete standstill, which is when they sent out the second train loaded with passengers, not realising that the train with the dummies did not return. On the first lift hill, the train came to a stop as it had been censored that the next part of the track was occupied. Since the engineers did not know that the fifth train was added, they overrid this block section and released the train that was about to crash into the other one. People stood around obviously knew what was going to happen, but the people on ride did not, except the people at the front who saw the carriage at a standstill, and they got really panicked as they knew they would probably get hurt. At 1:51 on June 2nd, the train crashed into the standstill cart at full speed, impacting the people at the front, and the bars collided inside their legs, basically. What made it worse is the SMILER soundtrack is laughing, so the ride was laughing at the people who had just crashed, which is why they had to remove the laughing in the ride. It took approximately 4 hours for the emergency services to arrive, which was 4 air ambulances and some paramedics who had blood on them in case anybody needed a transfusion, which they did because of the amount of blood they lost, especially the people at the front, which the bars collided in their legs, which basically meant that they were legless for the rest of their life. Despite the crash, the Alton Towers Resort has made very, very good progress on SMILER and have assured it that it is now safe to ride on and was safer than before, as they have procedures now, security cameras, they double check the track before sending any carts out, so this is very, very, very unlikely to happen again.